not at the same time. Still trying to learn how to do that. And if one goes and a string, if I blow a wheel on one, then the other one's there waiting. And sometimes I'll even play piano or keys.
Yeah, I saw that on the album jacket.
Yeah,
the CD jacket.
Yeah.
But I have to do the sponsors real quick. You're listening to WAPJ Torrington, broadcasting at 89.9 and 105.1 FM. This is how we stay on the air. The Nutmeg Conservatory for the Arts, all about you home care services in Torrington. The I.B. and Zinaj Temkin Foundation, along with Torrington Savings Bank, the T&M Building Company, Charlotte Hungerford Hospital, and Torrington Ford Lincoln. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors for allowing us to bring you programs like the Miscellaneous Morning Show, so I can have a performer like Kenn Morr come in. And you're performing Friday night, 7 p.m., Bridge Street Cafe in Collinsville. And all the merchandise you sell tomorrow night will be going to the Red Cross to help out with Sandy relief.
Yeah.
And you're going to have all CDs, T-shirts, all kinds of good stuff. Clear it out.
Take us home with you is what I like to say.
And start your holiday shopping right there. Got a couple bucks left over from shopping.
Stocking stuffers, baby.
That's what CDs make great stocking stuffers.
Absolutely, and we got 5 or 6 of them on sale that night, so you can stuff as many stockings as you need to stuff, and know that when you're doing it, the money's going to a good place.
And you're going to be on WWUH tomorrow morning. What time is that?
Friday morning of the show.
What time is that going to be on?
8 o'clock. 8 o'clock in the morning. so if the Jets win on Thursday night, I can't celebrate too much because I got to get up and do this all over again.
But this is what gets people out to your show.
I hope, yeah. And also, if you'd like to, if it's up to you, Barry, but we'd be happy to give away a CD or a pair of free tickets if somebody wants to call.
Well, I'd love to give away a free CD if we can.
Sure, or a pair of tickets. If somebody like a pair of tickets, you could just get in touch with Barry and he'll let me know. And
because Jacques is up next, and he's host of one of the singer-songwriters here network in town, and he'd be more than happy to give away a pair of tickets.
Oh, that'd be great.
And would they be able to pick them up at the Bridge Street Cafe?
At Bridge Street, the doors open at 6 o'clock. So just go up to the winner, whoever calls in, just go up to the box office and give their name. As long as I get the name in ahead of time.
Yeah, well, I'll get your information to give it to you so you can give it to the door.
And then
leave it at the door.
And then you're in.
So give us a call, 860-489-9033. And Jacques will be taking phone calls during his show as well to win a pair of tickets to Friday night's concert. And the Kenn Morr Band.
You got it.
Now, who's in your band?
Tom Hagmassi on too many instruments to list right now. Too many Tommies is what we call them. And Bob Gasper, the wonderful Bob Gasper on percussion and drums, and Pat Ryan on bass guitar and backing vocals. Tom sings as well, so a lot of 3-part harmony coming at you on Friday night.
So a little Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
Oh yeah. A lot of harmony coming at you on Friday night.
Love that stuff.
Yeah.
People don't realize David Crosby is one of the best harmonizers out. He can match anything.
Absolutely.
And he's just a bit higher than most of the other singers, and it just works out. That's why Crosby, Stills, and Nash is still around making music.
No question. And you got to give Graham Nash some of those props as well.
And Stephen Stills. Yeah. Man, can that dude play guitar?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Listed on Billboard's Top 100 guitar play, he's not on there. Stephen Stills.
It's funny, and I know that when Rolling Stone did it, Neil Young
is on the list.
Yes, and he was higher than, and I love Neil Young, but he was higher than, one of my heroes is Mark Knopfler. Mm-hmm. Who is Dire Straits, who just is the guitarist, so a lot of that stuff is very, very subjective. A lot of all of this is subjective.
It is.
So I get Stephen Stills, believe me.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
What do they call it? Acoustic guitar playing.
Yes.
Or, drums. What do they call it? Percussionist guitar playing.
Percussive, yes.
He bangs the guitar like I haven't seen anybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Percussive guitar playing.
Yeah.
And, that's one of the groups I grew up on. And one of their biggest songs was written by Joni Mitchell. The song Woodstock.
Yeah.
Now, if you listen to the lyrics of Woodstock, it's harder to hear when Crosby, Stills, and Nash sing the lyrics to Woodstock. But when Joni Mitchell sings them, you can hear them clear as a bell. And the things we're learning about science now, it's in that song. She's talking about we're stardust. You know,
Carbon,
billion-year-old carbon.
Yeah.
This is from the beginning of the universe, and they're finding that in human DNA. To me, how does she know? You know what I mean?
I know. And it's funny, you're right, because if you hear the CSN version, when they sing the chorus, "We are stardust," I can't even understand what they're saying. I didn't know it until I heard Joni's version of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And people don't. She wasn't even at Woodstock. David Crosby said it captured the essence of Woodstock, and she wasn't there. And they ended up making the recording first. She recorded it years later. It was a completely different version.
Slow, real slow.
Real slow.
Yeah.
And to listen to her sing is another one.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, when you hear Joni Mitchell, I mean, I'm sorry, but, you know, no offense to a lot of female singers out there right now.
Yeah.
You get near the range of Joni Mitchell, you know.
That Blue album that she did was, and I always lean towards male singer-songwriters. I don't know why. It's just whatever, you know, reaches me. But she is absolutely, that's one of my favorite albums of all time, that album, Blue.
Well, you said that it impresses you sometimes the way a man can put his emotions into, hide it a little bit, but have it in the music as well, in the lyrics.
Yeah.
And it's hidden by the music a lot of times. And the older I get, the more I've noticed that I like Gordon Lightfoot.
Yeah.
You know, when I was a kid, I was like, oh, the guy's always on the radio, he's always whining about something.
Yeah.
But the older I get, or the more mature I get at listening to music, the more I can appreciate Gordon Lightfoot. The more I can, you know, and then I hear somebody like, I don't know if you're familiar with Brooks Williams. He was out of Northampton, Mass. He just moved over to England, and he was big in the area here for a while too. And it's an era. If he was back in the early '70s with James Taylor, Jim Croce, you know, Joni Mitchell, and you know, he would be a superstar right now. They'd be hosting him at the Kennedy Center.
Right.
But now you just don't get the commercial play and your music as well.
Yeah, it's not. And again, I just did an interview with the magazine from Georgia, and they asked about that. They asked about the commercial aspect of it, and I said, I got to be really honest with you that if you get into this business thinking commercial aspect first, you're in trouble. You know, it's because the art. To me, I've always done it for the art of it, and the fact that anybody likes it to me has just been a plus. You know, anybody's interested in listening has been a plus, and that's why I continue to do it honestly. In that I'm not looking for the magic pill to because I don't think there is such a thing. No,
and I've heard a lot of performers in the area say that as well. They're just like, I do it because this is what I do.
Yeah.
You know, I'm you know, hey, if I made a lot of money, I wouldn't turn it down.
Right.
But a lot of times they're just I just do it because I like to do it.
Yeah, and then you just hope that you reach people. You know, you just hope that one or two songs of yours reaches somebody, and that's the pay. You know, not to sound altruistic or anything, but that really is a large part of the payment. Is somebody saying, hey, you know, your record got me through this, or I really like this song. It reminds me of this, or so it comes in all different forms.
Do you have the people come up to you and say, you said it the way I wanted to?
Yeah.